I'm Vidhi Joshi. In a notable development, the Bombay High Court on Friday, that is today, dismissed the plea filed by industrialist Anil Ambani, challenging the State Bank of India's decision to classify the loan accounts of Reliance Communications and Ambani himself as fraud. The decision was delivered by a division bench comprising Justices Revati Mohite Dere and Dr. Neela Gokhale. The classification of the accounts was made on June 13, 2025 in accordance with the Reserve Bank of India's Master Directions on Fraud Risk Management as well as SBI's internal policies governing such matters. Ambani had moved the High Court urging it to quash the classification, arguing that the decision was taken without following the principles of natural justice and that he was not afforded a fair opportunity to present his side before the order was passed. According to the Ambani, the bank had failed to give him a personal hearing or any chance to respond before branding the loan accounts as fraudulent. He alleged that this unilateral decision violated fundamental legal principles, particularly the right to a fair hearing. Moreover, Ambani pointed out that SBI had relied on certain documents and materials to justify its classification, but those materials were not provided to him at the time of the decision. He claimed that these crucial documents were only handed over to him after a delay of nearly 6 months, severely impacting his ability to mount a timely and effective response. The businessman argued that this delay and lack of transparency were enough grounds to render the bank's action arbitrary and legally untenable. Despite all these arguments, the High Court refused to interfere with SBI's decision and held that the classification of the account as fraud and was legally sustainable. Although the detailed judgment is yet to be released, the court's pronouncement signals that the procedural and substantive grounds raised by Ambani did not find favor with the bench. The court appeared to uphold the bank's right to classify accounts as fraudulent under applicable RBI guidelines, provided the classification follows internal protocol and regulatory standards. The judgment marks a significant legal setback for Ambani and Reliance Communications, both of which have been embroiled in financial distress and legal scrutiny in recent years. The case has drawn public attention due to the high-profile nature of the parties involved and the implications it carries for banking transparency and regulatory compliance. It also underlines the growing assertion by banks and regulators to pursue fraud classification and recovery actions, especially in high-value loan defaults. While Ambani may still consider legal remedies, such as appealing the decision before the Supreme Court, the Bombay High Court's order strengthens the position of public sector banks in dealing with non-performing assets and suspected fraud cases. A detailed copy of the court's order is awaited and is expected to provide further clarity on the reasoning behind the bench decision. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.